all the way from Trinidad and Tobago. Right now I reside in Brooklyn, New York, and I'm just grateful to be here on the TGM radio, hanging out with Natural Mystic and King Lion and the whole massive them. I want to say big up to all my Caribbean people and a special happy belated Mother's Day to all the mothers across the world. And you know, this was a very special Mother's Day for me. It was my first Mother's Day with my daughter in like 60 years.
Wow.
Yeah, she's been living in Trinidad for a long time.
All right, so that was a family reunion type of thing.
Yeah, it was our first Mother's Day. It was really nice. So
big up.
I just want to send a special greeting to all the mothers. And I know a lot of the Caribbean mothers know how that is, you know.
Definitely.
I even wrote a song about that, about us who live here.
What's the name of it?
It's called Regal.
Regal.
Yeah, it's not on a reggae beat, but it's it just tells the story of me being here before I became legal and stuff like that, working and, you know, trying to get a job, trying to hold on a job that you don't have the papers for. And,
The hustle,
the hustle, and then can't get the job, and I'm like, okay, you know what, maybe I should just focus myself into my music, into my creativity, into being the artist that I've always been. So, you know, it goes sometimes I feel a little crazy, trying to find a job that suits me. Working for someone and money don't come, and money is pulling a stunt. But one day I'm gonna be equal with everyone else. I'll be legal, making my own American dream, getting that paper, raking in my green. Till that day I'm gonna stay regal.
Yes, sir. And that one is called Regal because she was in the hustle to become legal, and a lot of people who are immigrants in this country, which was built on immigrants, could identify with the struggle. Definitely, who feels it knows it.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, and I'm definitely feeling a strong vibration from you because this is some real inspiration, and most artists we know are like a sponge. They soak in creativity, inspiration from their environment, and we could see you're walking in those shoes.
Oh, most definitely. I have some stories that I can tell.
Exactly. You're expressing that not just musically, but in a number of different ways. Let the people know what else you do besides singing, and from that freestyle acapella song right there, we see that you write your own stuff.
Oh yes, I'm a singer, songwriter, actress. I consider myself a full package in terms of entertainment because I also like behind the scenes. I've taught myself how to audio engineer. I've engineered a lot of my own music.
What DAW you use? Logic?
I use Pro Tools.
Nice.
I taught myself how to use Pro Tools because you know, one day I'm like, okay, I've always been a singer. I've always sang. I was always the girl everybody wants to sing at the graduation, the little birthday parties and stuff like that. And the year that I decided to really put my focus into my career, I was like, I do not have money to go spend at the studio every time I decide I want to put out a song. So I just bought myself the Pro Tools equipment, plugged it into my computer, and I just learned hands-on how to do it.
Did you watch any tutorials?
I watched a couple of them, but it was more of playing around and then going to other friends' studios and seeing what they do, trial and error. So, you know, that's how I really started.
Teach one and reach one, right?
Pretty much.
It rubbed off.
Yeah.
And that's how it works because it's a synergistic effort. It's, you know, teamwork makes the dream work.
Definitely.
I always say that. And this is quite awe-inspiring as a female in the music, and you're repping the Caribbean. I mean, today with all the technology we have, it's possible. But, you know, a lot of us, we don't have the time. We're busy working, or, you know, we don't have the drive to do it or the inspiration to do it, you know, the support, etc. But you're steadfast in what you do, as we could see in here, and the focus is there, and I believe that a drive also comes from your daughter.
Oh yes.
You know,
most definitely.
The struggle to survive, keeping the family together, setting a positive example for her and other younger, gullible, you know, people out there, especially females.
Well, I see, you know, I see the influence that I have on some of my friends and some of my peers and stuff like that. So that alone gives me the encouragement to keep going. You know, people will send me messages in my Facebook like, Afiya, I see what you're doing. You make me so proud. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm supporting you.
And that's definitely the energies to feed into.
And that's definitely the energy that I feed off of, you know, because I'm like, I'm in it now and I cannot stop.
Definitely. Just keep going, man.
Yeah, because to me, I believe that this is my God-given ability, and it would be a big disappointment to God for me not to live up to the ability that He gave to me.
Use your talent.
Yes, to use my talent, exactly.
I see here that you've done some live performances on some major stages here in New York.
Yes.
Namely AIRM.
Yes.
What was that experience like?
Oh, that was a really wonderful experience. Big up to the AIRM family for having me showcase on that platform. It was an independent artist music series that they would have every Sunday or every couple Sundays. We had 2 series of shows that I performed in here in Brooklyn, and the last one was at Club Drum in Manhattan.
Club
Drum.
D-R-O-M,
yes.
That's a popular spot.
Yes, and it was amazing. It was really, really nice. We had the live band, and I really, really come alive with the band.
So when you do your live performances, it's always with a band, or you do like with a DJ sometimes?
I've done with the DJ and I've done with the band, but I most definitely prefer being with the band.
Stuff.
Yes.
Okay, cool. And I'm
a musician.
Right.
Like I like to sing the music. No, I don't play, but I really am interested in learning the piano and the guitar. So I have a little piano app on my iPad. So
that helps. I watch YouTube tutorials.
Yes, so, that's what I do too. So one day eventually my dream is to own a baby grand, and sit there and jam and play. Like,
what's your favorite instrument?
My favorite instrument is the piano. Yeah.
You would think steel pan because Trinidad.
Oh well, I was just saying the drums from my steel, because I used to play steel pan when I was younger in Trinidad.
Yes, there was a steel pan orchestra in my high school in Brooklyn. Yeah,
my grandfather is one of the founding members of what is now the BP Renegades. Back in the days, it was the Renegades and it was the Amoco Renegades back in Trinidad.
Oh, that's a popular band.
Big up to my whole East Dry River massive family. I know they're listening or they tuned in. Big up to my boy Kendred, my whole Heart Posse family. Your girl out here representing, trying to make all they proud.
That's right. Trinity's really stepping up their game, I've been looking at a lot of the videos coming out of Trinidad and I'm very impressed. I've been looking at a lot of the talent coming out of there.
Very much.
And it's not just soca, because people think, when they think of Trinidad, they think of just soca and
you have no idea what I get.
And there's Trini reggae, there's pop, there's a fusion of all types of stuff, because
we in the Caribbean, we listen to everything,
exactly. And we draw from that, because we have access to all of the American media.
Yes.
So we kind of grew up Americanized, per se.
Pretty much, but we tend to retain our Caribbean roots. Like for me, I grew up listening to a lot of reggae. So a lot of people will be like, how come you're Trini and you don't have soca? I do have soca that you haven't heard as yet.
Okay.
But I love reggae because it comes easy, it's natural. Like, I grew up, Bob Marley was a big influence in my life and, in my household and stuff like that. So reggae was a definite first go at for me, but I have pop, electronic dance music,
even rap, because I saw a video and that was shot on Ocean Avenue, and we can see the subway
and the train station.
Who shot that, and what's the name of the video?
A few of my videos were shot by a friend of mine from in Queens. His name is Red. He does a lot of videography for a lot of different independent artists and stuff like that. So when I met him in 2010, he and I decided to just go in, and I went hard. I went making music.
Big up Red.
Big up to Red. Big up to my whole Queens family.
And I see in some of the credits you directed the video.
Yes. I'm pretty hands-on. I'm pretty hands-on. I have this dream of being this entertainment mogul.
Right.
So I try to do a little bit of everything. I want to engineer. I want to direct. I write as well. So, it's
creative control, creative input, right?
Exactly.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Having that vision and bringing it to life.
Yes, and I write all my music.
And that's a very good thing, especially in the industry today, where a lot of us have the technology at our fingertips that we did not have 15 years ago. Around the year 2000, when the towers fell, when it was Napster and all of that stuff.
Yes.
Now we have all this social media, and the people could find you on
They can find
Twitter.
me Twitter. First, they can just Google my name. Put my name, Afiya Wilson, in your Google. Afiya Wilson. or Miss Sexy for Spite, my AKA.
Sexy number 4.
Sexy number 4, SPITE. Just Google
That's
it.
one word, right?
Just one word, yes.
Okay.
You can
Sexy
Google it.
for
I'm on
Spite.
Instagram, I'm on Facebook.
That's
I'm
a
on
Trinity
Twitter.
thing, right?
It's a Trinity thing, and I know Miss Sexy for Spite.
Yes. So the track we heard called The Real just now that you have the video for, what was the inspiration behind that? Because that one sounds fiery.
Oh wow, well that one came about so naturally. One night I was hanging out on my block over there on Sterling and Ocean. It was the middle of the summer, and I'm just watching the scene, what's going on, and I'm like, you know what?
That was 2 years ago.
That was like 2 years ago, yeah. And I was like, you know what? I need to go upstairs, and I went upstairs and I wrote that song in like about 15 minutes.
Wow.
Because I was just taking in what was going on, you know, the young people on the street. During the day, they ain't really got nothing to do,
right.
And at night, it's more like, you know, let me go see if I can get this money because I have children to feed, and, you know, because life goes on, whether you have a job or not, whether you make money or not, life goes on, and,
Definitely.
you know, you still got to take care of your family. So what I saw is that we didn't get a fair deal. A lot of us do not get a fair deal. A lot of us are bright but can't go to college. A lot of us don't know, have no direction, have no parents and stuff like that. So you find that in the hood, it's like just a microcosm of people just, you know, in the struggle.
Together,
and this is the real thing that we're living. We live and we see this every day.
Yeah.
And a lot of people try to sweep it under the rug.
Definitely. And we see it manifesting in a lot of things in the news today, especially every other day it's like a Freddie Gray, and the youth just feel disenfranchised.
They do.
You know what I mean?
And they get into a point now where enough is enough.
Exactly. The bubble is about to burst.
But as I say, you know, it takes a village, and each one has to teach one, each one has to help one.
We need you.